So I know you've heard me talk about Eric Javits hats that I've purchased in the past, but I'm telling you, they have the cutest bags. I just got the mini duffel in bronze, and I also want it in silver. It's regular $375, and I'm here to tell you it's final sale. It is on sale, and with code TJ, it's way under $100. You're not going to be disappointed. Go to tjritchie.com/deals, code TJ for 21% off, and shop it up because that code will get you some good deals.
News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT proudly presents America's coolest conservative. Well, proudly could be stretching it a bit. Welcome to the TJ Ritchie Show.
All right. No time to play around. Let's just jump right on it tonight. Oh, don't take the music out yet, Isaac. I mean, I can jump on it and leave the music up. That's right. It's time to put on a show, ladies and gentlemen. The showman is here. All right, now you can fade it out. I am America's coolest conservative, the green-eyed patriot, and Mr. Charmed and Dangerous. So glad to be with you right now. And if you are listening by accident, then just let it go. Let it go. I know, if you're still listening from Brett Jensen's show and you forgot to switch it to something else before I came on, just leave it here. It'll be fine. No need to run away. I'm a little bit tired because I didn't find out until this morning that I did not win the Nobel Peace Prize. I was, admittedly disappointed. I thought I was a shoo-in for it this year, but there's always next year. But I told you Donald Trump was not going to win the Nobel Peace Prize because Donald Trump is Donald Trump. It doesn't matter what he could have brokered a deal that was complete and total world peace for the rest of time. It would have guaranteed world peace for the rest of time, and he would not have won the Nobel Peace Prize because they are biased against Donald Trump. And I would say, if we, whenever the United States is run by a Republican president, that we're probably not going to see a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, everybody's been talking about how President Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize when he was still basically snorting cocaine at Columbia University. I mean, he'd been president for about a day and a half, and they said, oh, Nobel Peace Prize for him. But that's just the way it is. No need to be shocked by that. I'm not shocked by it. But I do love the fact that the Nobel Peace Prize winner, her name is Maria Corina Machado. I love that. Maria Corina Machado. She dedicated the award to President Donald Trump. She knows all of the great work that he's done. And so she dedicated the award to, hey, I won it, but I'm dedicating this to President Donald Trump, thanking him for all that he's done. And I think that's cool. I think it's cool. And once again, I love the name Maria Corina Machado. How sweet does that sound? Maria Corina Machado. Nice. She's Venezuelan. And she's dealing with some stuff in Venezuela. Okay. What else do we want to go ahead and jump up into here? Let me look at my little list here. And I'm also sipping a fall tea tonight. I have a nice orange cinnamon spiced tea, sweetened with monk fruit sweetener, because I'm on that diet, Yes. Oh, and I'm not hat fishing tonight. I'm usually hat fishing. So when I start posting these videos, you can go watch them and do all of that stuff and see that, I'm not hat fishing anybody. If you're an older American, hat fishing means when you wear a hat, it makes you look better. And then when you take it off, you don't look good. So you wear the hat to cover up your lack of hair or whatnot. And then it attracts women. And then once you reel them in, you take it off and they see that you're not as good looking because you don't have good hair. So you're hat fishing. It's a rather clever term. Sad news about the explosion in Tennessee. We want to keep all of those people in our prayers. Everybody dealing with that situation. Anna Erickson I guess she's been reporting on it all day since it happened, and the whole news team at WBT doing a great job. And, it's just the, 19 unaccounted for, the last that I saw, and several who had been killed. Now, there is something else that is very disturbing, but very predictable as well. You know, last night we were talking about the Antifa leaders who are fleeing to get out of the country. One from was a teacher at Rutgers, and he's fleeing to Spain. And then there's a story that hit the New York Post at 5:46 today in the PM. It's a college professor at Northeastern Illinois University. He was arrested with a loaded gun and multiple rounds of ammunition on him amid President Trump's Operation Midway Blitz in September in Chicago. So another suspected Antifa person, which, by the way, Antifa doesn't exist. I don't know if you've been paying attention to that. That's the Democrats' strategy, is to act like Antifa doesn't. What? How can you declare something a terrorist organization when it doesn't even exist? What are you talking about? Oh my God, this is so silly. It's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely absurd to think that a terrorist organization exists called Antifa. What is wrong with you people? God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is just so ridiculous. I can't believe how stupid you are. Oh my God, I can't believe how stupid you are to think that there's a terrorist group called Antifa that goes around causing problems. Oh my God. Oh. Even Jimmy Kimmel said that it doesn't exist. Oh, whew. You people. Wow. You and your imaginations. So anyway, this guy's name is Elias Sapeda or Capita. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it, and it doesn't matter because I think, you know, in my eyes, he's probably a low life piece of crap. But here is the thing. He's an English teacher. He's in the English department at Northeastern Illinois University. Now that's 2 nights in a row that we've had 2 stories about Antifa people who come from American universities. Wow. Again, I know I watch a lot of crime documentaries and stuff, but you don't need my level of expertise to figure out, hey, then maybe there is something to these accusations that our colleges and universities are left-wing Marxist indoctrination centers. What am I saying? I sound like those nuts that think that there's a group called Antifa. Oh God, you got to be careful or you'll fall for it too. Oh my God, I'm usually good at detecting these silly scams and stuff, and there I fell for that one too. Whoa. Okay, I've got to regroup, okay? Because obviously I have taken a silly pill tonight, and I'm falling for the fact that the whole rhetoric that our colleges and universities are full of Marxist professors indoctrinating our young people. Whew. I have to smarten up a little bit. Let's take a break. If you want to call, you want to participate, the number is 704-570-1110. And if you want to text, you text the same number. The text line, obviously, is driven by Liberty Buick GMC. So I will regroup and try to get my senses about me, and then we will have more coming up next. Hang on.
More of the TJ Ritchie Show is coming up.
Have you seen these awesome glasses TJ's daughter Lainey found? They're called Aquila, and they're 10% off when you use code TJ at checkout at aquila.la and the deals page at tjritchie.com.
Hey, it's TJ, and yes, my new political show is on. It's every weeknight from 7 until 9 on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT. So go ahead and add TJ Ritchie to your home screen on the phone and download the WBT app.
He's radio royalty in the Carolinas and Queen Charlotte's sweetest prince. It's TJ Ritchie on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
All right. Yeah, I'm back. Hey, thanks. I'm already getting slammed with just compliment after compliment after compliment on the texts. I really appreciate it. All of you fine people. I appreciate it more than you know. And you're very special to me. Thank you very much. Now, coming up, there is something interesting. I finally found something interesting about the government shutdown, so we'll get into that. But first, I got to tell you, I am just loving being back in the gym and feeling like I'm young again. I told my wife today, I was like, hey, she said something about her age. And I said, well, I'm liking being with an older woman. And she said, well, you're older than I am because I'm a couple of years older. I said, yeah, in age, in the number, but not in the way I feel, because I'm getting younger every day because of Low Country Mail. Low Country Mail has me on a plan. It's so easy for you to do. You just go if you're feeling like you don't have energy anymore and you're tired of people saying, oh, he can't do that, he's getting old. If you're tired of that kind of stuff, or your doctor is just telling you whatever problems you have, it's just because it's a man your age, then you need to go to Low Country Mail. Now, here's the thing. I have low testosterone. I'm on the plan fixing my testosterone. That's why I feel so much better and so much younger and more energetic and strong and all that stuff. But here's what you do. You go there and you say, all right, I want that test. I want that comprehensive testosterone lab work done. And they'll say, okay, that's only $150. This is something special you can get right now. $150 for that. And then $7 a day for the Low Country Concierge TRT plan. That's what I'm on. That includes the testosterone. It includes all of the supplies and also the nonstop, whatever you want, medical team service that comes with that. And $5 a day for GLP-1. And then if you want to go that direction, and 3-in-1 super pill for ED. They have that. And if you're suffering with the ED symptoms, then you really need to get that taken care of. So don't waste another day feeling like you're less of a man than you used to be. Go to lowcountrymail.com, lowcountrymail.com. Set up an appointment and go and get yourself feeling younger again. Low Country Mail. Now, government shutdowns happen so often, and it's actually, frustrating to not have your government do what they're supposed to do, which is to set a budget and live by the budget instead of continuing resolutions. The CR, the bipartisan CR, the clean CR. You have all of these terms that are just so common now. And basically that means let's just keep going like we're going, not cut anything, and, not cut out any of these wasteful programs and save money and cut back on spending and all that. It's just, let's continue going like we're going. Well, that's what the Republicans are wanting to do. And then the Democrats are like, no, because we want you to put back everything that you took out in the big, beautiful bill. And we want to control everything. And we want, money for illegal alien health care and transgender operations. And we want all the stuff that the crazy Democrats want. So, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson from my home state of Louisiana who is a very calm, very subdued kind of guy, he is fired up now because he found out something about why the Democrats are keeping the government shut down by not cooperating and demanding these ridiculous things. So we have it here. Cut 18, Isaac. Go.
A very patient guy, but I have had it with these people. They're playing games with real people's lives. The theory we have right now, they have a Hate America rally that's scheduled for October 18th on the National Mall. It's all the pro-Hamas wing and the Antifa people. They're all coming out. Some of the House Democrats are selling T-shirts for the event, and it's being told to us that they won't be able to reopen the government until after that rally because they can't face their rabid base. I mean, this is serious business hurting real people. And I'm beyond words. I can't believe they're actually doing this.
So it's one of those no kings rallies that they started that out when President Trump was reelected. No kings. And it's a bunch of Marxists. Appears to be a bunch of Marxist communists. And that's what the Democrat Party leadership is now. They have to cater to that. And I don't even want to say that wing of the Democrat Party because that's all of them. If you're an elected Democrat in Washington or you work for an elected Democrat in Washington, then you're pretty much a Marxist by the actions of the party. And if you're a Democrat voter and you don't want to be involved with a bunch of Marxists, then I suggest you start voting Republican. Call yourselves Republicans. Because as long as you call yourself a Democrat, you're associated with Marxists. Whether you like it or not. You lie down with dogs, you're going to get fleas, as my grandmother used to say. So that's what we're looking at. See, they would have to, and everybody's saying that the Senate is holding out. Chuck Schumer is holding out because he has to cater to the AOCs and the Talibs and all of those wackos. But Chuck Schumer, he's getting everything that he has helped create. Not that Chuck Schumer has ever been a reasonable person. He's a scumbag, always has been. But he would probably be okay with the continuing resolution because, Republicans are not. The spending is out of control in the government, and it always has been as long as I can remember. And Republicans are just as much of that almost as Democrats are because A, they've either got their own projects they want to be spending our money on, or B, they haven't stood up to the Democrats and said, no, we're going to cut these social programs because they're not necessary. We can't just keep giving people's money away. Remember, if you reach into your pocket to give somebody money, if you think that they are downtrodden, then it's noble. If you reach into somebody else's pocket to give them money because you think that they need it because they're downtrodden, that's criminal, unless you work for the government. And I've always had a problem with the Republicans, the elected Republicans, allowing the Democrats to push forward all of these programs. Because the Democrats haven't been in charge this whole time. There have been times when the Republicans have had all three branches and didn't do anything about the spending because they were afraid of the media. They're afraid of being called names. They're afraid of being, ruthless Republicans. Not afraid though to be ruthless to the taxpayers, people who work and earn every penny they get and then have it taken from them and given to somebody who doesn't work to earn it. Don't you think that's pretty cruel? It's very cruel. So they're saying that in order to at least look like Democrats are putting up a fight against Trump to these nut jobs who are the Marxist protesters and the Marxist office holders and everything, that they've got to keep the government shut down. They're not going to negotiate anything. It's our way or the highway and blah, 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 blah. I mean, they're Democrats. What can you say? Democrats. They're just not good people. They're not honest, trustworthy, real people in Washington. I'm sorry. And again, I'm sorry if you associate yourself with them. Unless you're a wacko yourself, which, I mean, I know there are a ton of them out there. But if you're just a regular American and you don't want to be associating with communists, Marxists, and lunatics, then again, you should think about switching. Okay, today is a big day in the life of our young Isaac, and he probably doesn't even know it. So we'll tell you and him why this is such a big day for him. Coming up next.
The TJ Ritchie Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and the TJ Ritchie Show will be a multi-touch marketing option for all the cool businesses in town. I have no idea what that means. That was written by our business department, obviously, for me to read. If you're a cool business, I guess you know what it means. So go to tjritchie.com and find out more.
He's America's coolest conservative. Welcome to the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
Hey. Welcome back. Okay. Isaac, you have no idea why today is such a big day for you?
No idea.
Today is World Egg Day.
I had no idea.
Now, if you don't know this, ladies and gentlemen, Isaac is a chicken farmer. He farms chickens. He's an egg man. He has chickens, and he gathers the eggs and sells them. He's an egg man. And today is World Egg Day. Now, do you eat a lot of eggs? Is that why you decided to have chickens, and then you could have all the eggs you wanted, or did you just look at it as a business opportunity?
Well, I used to have chickens when I was a kid, and whenever egg prices shot through the roof, I was eating a lot of eggs, quick dinner or whatever it may be. So I decided to get me a few, built me a nice coop, and now I've got 6 laying hens. 6 laying hens? Yep.
Now, you have to have a rooster in there with them?
You do if you want to hatch them, but if you just want the eggs to eat, you can just have the hens.
Okay. How do you eat eggs though when you eat them? What's your preferred way of you like them scrambled or fried or what?
Usually scrambled. Put them on a sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah. Liver mush and egg sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you listen to us online or on the podcast and you're not from the southeastern United States, then you probably don't know what liver mush is, because that's a regional thing. Because I grew up in Louisiana and I'd never heard of liver mush until I moved to Alabama. So I know it's just a regional thing. But just you eat them scrambled like a kid, like a little child, like a baby.
Yeah. A little bit of cheese in there, salt, pepper, maybe a dash of hot sauce.
Yeah. I do always think of that though. If an adult only eats scrambled eggs, that's kind of weird. You also eat dry Cheerios too, or just like poured out on the table?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like eating them out of the bag. I like to see them before I eat them. In
a high chair? No, I'll eat them scrambled sometimes, but mainly over easy. I like that runny yolk and all of that.
I've never been a fan of the runny yolk.
Yeah, I mean that's the way men eat them. So you wouldn't be into that. So what about ketchup? Are you one of those people who puts ketchup on your scrambled eggs?
I'm not against it, but no, not usually.
If I have scrambled eggs, I got to put hot sauce on them.
Yeah, no, I will put hot sauce on them every time.
Okay. Are you eating any of that big box of different hot sauces that I gave you?
Yeah.
Or is it too hot?
It's pretty hot, but it's good when you cook it and stuff. But every time I make a mistake and think, I like it this time, put it on something, just dip it in it or whatever.
But there are a bunch of different varieties, though. They're not all that hot, though, are they?
Well, some of them are like melt your tongue hot, and the rest of them are just make you cry hot.
Okay. All right. Well, they have some other, because they were talking about ketchup on scrambled eggs, and people are either like, that's gross, or either they're like, yum, that's the best way to eat them, and whatever. So they have other quote unquote food debates that they've listed here in this article. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
No.
No?
Nope.
See, I do, because it's meat between two pieces of bread. So what about a hamburger? Is that a sandwich?
Nope.
No, it's not. Okay. How should a sandwich just on regular bread, how should it be cut in half? Vertically or diagonally?
I'll go diagonal.
Yeah, me too. Because it comes to it, you eat that point first.
Yeah,
exactly. You eat the point of it. All right. Pineapple on pizza?
No, that's
no. Is leftover pizza better warm or cold?
Ooh, that's a good question. It depends. If I'm gonna sit down and have it for dinner, I'm gonna heat it up. But if it's just gonna be like a quick snack, cold.
Okay. And if it's breakfast, you're gonna leave it cold?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll always reheat it. I put it in between two damp paper towels.
Is that the trick?
And put it in the microwave. Yeah. If I'm not cranking up the oven to put it in the oven to reheat, which is the way you're supposed to do it to keep it from getting soggy and all that. Okay. Let's see this one. Do you put the milk in the bowl first or the cereal in the bowl first?
Milk in the bowl first. You can't have soggy cereal.
You really do?
Yeah,
you put milk first, then pour the cereal in it?
Yeah, and you just pour a little bit at a time. Eat that before it gets soggy, then refill it if you want more.
Wow. I've never heard. It says only 4% of people go milk first.
I've always done it that way. I cannot stand any kind of cereal if it's soggy.
But you got to be careful. Like if you're eating Captain Crunch, it'll cut the roof of your mouth if it's not a little bit soggy.
Yeah.
If it still stab up in there. And have you noticed, you may be too young to even notice, but the size of the little squares in Captain Crunch are smaller than they used to be?
I haven't noticed that, no.
Mm-hmm. Are you with brownies, do you want a middle piece or an edge piece?
Middle piece.
Middle. You don't like, see, I'm a corner piece. I'd rather have the corner that has more of the little crunchy edges on it.
That's a hot take. But I like my brownies. I want them like half cooked.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I hate a dry brownie.
Yep.
I can't take that. Mm-mm.
With some vanilla ice cream?
Yeah. Do you eat anything weird though, other than the way you eat cereal? Like my dad used to eat peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches.
Oh God, no! I can't do none of that. No, I don't think I do anything too weird. I'm kind of picky about my food, actually.
You know, it used to be a weird thing to dip pizza in ranch.
Now I do that.
Yeah, but it's not weird anymore. I mean, I was doing it and getting called weird back, in the 90s, but now it's just common.
Oh, let me ask you a question. What do you think about French fries dipped in mayonnaise?
I like that.
See, that's crazy to me. I couldn't imagine that.
But ranch is my condiment of choice for fries.
Of course, I think that should be everybody's.
Yeah, I don't even mess with ketchup most of the time on fries.
Yeah.
All right, are you a fries or tater tots person?
Fries.
Really?
Yeah. A good fry, man, it's hard to beat.
All right, here's a hot take for you. As good as Bojangles fries are, right? You like Bojangles fries?
Yeah, I'll give them that.
Everybody loves Bojangles fries.
Yeah.
I will go Bo Rounds all throughout the day over the fries.
That's not a hot take. Those Bo Rounds are amazing.
Okay, so most people though they'll say oh my God, Bojangles fries is the best thing they have. The seasoned fries and here's another one. I wouldn't hit a dog in the butt with orange fries. Those fries they have that orange coating on them.
Like
Arby's, like Arby's. No, it's not the seasoned salt that's on them. It's like they're actually cooked and they have that orange coating on them. Those started out being called Cajun fries whenever I was a kid in Louisiana, and then it's usually found on curly fries. There's just that old orange coating that's on there. It's not good at all.
Man, I gotta admit it. I love a good curly fry from Arby's.
You do?
Yeah, but Wendy's fries or Zaxby's fries are by far the best.
Yeah, I like a crinkle fry. I like either a shoestring or a crinkle.
Yep. That's what they got over there at Zaxby's. They got the crinkle fries.
Yeah. Man, but I haven't been able to eat any of that stuff for a long time. That's because I'm just dwindling away to nothing here. I'm working on my supermodel physique.
Only 40 vanity pounds to go.
50, actually.
Ooh.
No, I think I have about 32. These last few stubborn 32 vanity pounds left. So probably twice, as much as I've lost already. So I've lost half of what I'm going to lose. And then y'all won't even be able to see me. I want to look like Matthew McConaughey in the movie Dallas Buyers Club. That's my goal.
Dude, I'm going to have to call somebody if you start looking like Matthew McConaughey.
That's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm going to be looking like. All right. So just a little food debate conversation there. And we know that Isaac is weird. We found out from that conversation that Isaac is weird. Although, if I ever get to eat cereal again, I'm going to try pouring a little bit and then eating it and then pouring in some more.
It'll change your life.
I'm going to do it that way.
It's the best way to do it.
Okay. All right. Hang on. We got more coming up next.
It's TJ Ritchie.
If you want some of the most delicious pork products you have ever had, then you need to make an order at Big Fork Brands. That's right. Big Fork is at tjritchie.com/deals. And when you use the code TJ, you'll save 20%. It's Big Fork.
So there's a reason that the Dewdrops are the #1 seller in the Love Into skincare line. They're my absolute favorite if I'm dry, dull, just need a little pick-me-up during the day, which a lot of times I do. The other day I was in the car line picking up Delilah from kindergarten, and I just was feeling dry and dull. I put some on, and when I got to the space to pick her up, the teacher that opened the door said, "Lindsay, your skin looks amazing." I said, "Oh my God, thank you." It's the Love Into Dewdrops. Go to tjritchie.com/deals, code TJ for 21% off.
Radio, podcasts, and cool social media content. Get all the TJ you can handle at WBT.com/TJ. Now, back to the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for listening. Listen, I had a great day today. I had a little bit of time off. Well, I didn't have it off. I just made sure that I could pull myself away today for a little while and not just be, nonstop working. My wife and I went out for a little excitement, just the two of us, a big fun date day. We had breakfast out, and then we really cranked up the excitement when we went to Costco for a little while. Then we went to Sam's Club for a little while. Then we came home, and that was about it. So ventured out to 2 different stores today and a restaurant. Whoa. I mean, we are living on the edge. Woo. All right. Hey, Isaac, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. Can you get that cut 21 ready to go?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, so this was a debate in the governor's race in Virginia. There's a great candidate running for governor of Virginia, and she is the current lieutenant governor. Her name is Winsome Sears. She is fantastic, just a very impressive person in general. And she's running against the opposite of her, which would be a Democrat woman, a liberal woman. Ugh. Ugh. Gives me chills up and down. Ugh. So they were in a debate, and they were talking about this guy that we've been discussing, who said that he wanted his political opponent. He wished he could put a bullet in his head, and he also wanted that guy's kids to die in his wife's arms. Just a rotten, narcissistic leftist. And even though Democrat politicians are saying they denounce the things that he said and that attitude and blah, 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 they would not say they don't want him running for Attorney General of Virginia. They will not say they want him to drop out. It's because it doesn't matter what he said, what he believes, or how vile he could be. He's still a Democrat, and all they care about is the fact that they want a Democrat holding that office. Now, in the debate, the Republican candidate, the fantastic Winsome Sears, was asking the Democrat candidate, Abigail Spanberger, why she won't say that he should drop out of the race. It was very uncomfortable for her, I'm sure, the Democrat. She just stood there staring forward in silence this entire time. It's heavy. Listen.
Would it take him pulling the trigger? Is that what would do it? And then you would say he needs to get out of the race? Abigail, you have nothing to say? Abigail, what if he said it about your three children? Is that when you would say he should get out of the race, Abigail? You're running to be governor.
Miss Earl Sears.
I mean, we're talking about murder. We're talking about someone's life being taken from them. Have you nothing to say about that? Are you not going to address it? Really, you can't go any further. You're a governor. You're supposed to stand up for all the people. Are you saying political murder is all right?
Yep.
Have some political courage. What you have done is you are taking political calculations about your future as governor. Well, as governor, you have to make hard choices, and that means telling Jay Jones to leave the race.
Of course it does. But you see, they cannot do that. One, because they don't want to. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you a hot take. Listen carefully. They won't say they want him to drop out of the race. One, because he's a Democrat and he needs to hold that office because Democrats are in search of nothing but power. Number two, here it is. Get ready. They agree with him. How about that? I would think that Abigail Spanberger and every other Democrat politician in the year 2025 of our Lord agrees with him that his political opponent should have a bullet in his head. Or at least they agree that it doesn't hurt anything to say that, or that they understand why he would say that, even if they don't agree that he should go through with it. They agree with the sentiment. Hello. We're talking about uncivilized people here. these Democrat politicians, these leftists. So while Abigail Spanberger and every other Democrat that's been asked, do you think he should drop out of the race? And they won't say that he does need to drop out. They refuse to say, yeah, he needs to drop out. They understand him. They understand why he would say something like that. They understand why he would say that he would like to put a bullet in the man's head, and why he would say, I want his children to die in their mother's arms. So then maybe that would humble him and get him to change his ways. These people are sick. They're sick. At the very best, giving them the benefit of the doubt, which I don't, but giving them the benefit of the doubt, at the very best, they will not say he needs to get out of the race because they just want a Democrat in office no matter what. That's giving them the benefit of the doubt. Otherwise, which is more along the lines of the way I think, like I just explained, that they agree with what he said. Hello. There you go. Now, for any of you people who have such loser, nothing happening lives to where you want to just sit every night and text me things that you think are insulting, take that and run with it, because you don't have anything else going on in your pathetic lives. If you did, you wouldn't be sitting around texting me constantly every night as your entertainment. So while I have profiled these Democrat politicians, I'm profiling you as well. You have nothing in your life worth anything. That's why you want to sit every single night as soon as I come on the air and start texting me ridiculous insults, because you're a loser and you don't have anything happening in your life that is worth your attention. Boom. Blood. There you go. But it's fine. It's fine. I will actually, and which I already do, pray for you, because it has to be a miserable life that you're leading. I will continue to do that. I will continue to do that. But if you are a person who thinks the right way, person who has convictions, person who has moral scruples and so forth, and you realize how repulsive it is for a person to say, I would like to put a bullet in the head of someone who's just a political opposite of me, and I want his children to die in their mother's arms, then we need to continue praying for these narcissists on the left who say things like this and the people who agree with them. And again, if you know somebody that lives in Virginia, you need to reach out to them and tell them, please vote for Winsome Sears. She's a great person, veteran as well, straight down the line conservative from everything I've seen. And that's always good for people to be led by conservatives. Okay. So yeah, I'm figuring that'll get some people all stirred up. But hey, I tell the truth. I tell, things as I see them, and I am the number one societal profiler in America. I know what people are about. Doesn't take long to figure it out either. And if you are a person that will stand on television staring into the distance while somebody is asking you to say that a madman needs to drop out of a race because he said he wants children to die in their mother's arms, then something is wrong with you. You ain't right. You ain't right. All right, so we have a lot more coming up in the next hour. You don't want to miss it. So hang on. We'll get to all of it next.
More of the TJ Ritchie Show is coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and yes, my new political show is on. It's every weeknight from 7 until 9 on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT. So go ahead and add TJ Ritchie to your home screen on the phone and download the WBT app.
News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT proudly presents America's coolest conservative. Well, proudly could be stretching it a bit. Welcome to the TJ Ritchie Show.
Live from the big dangerous city of Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, it's the Green-Eyed Patriot. Friday night, when the sun goes down, the volume goes up. We are ramming, jamming, slamming on the air everywhere. Thank you for being with us. 704-570-1110 is the phone number. Also, the same number you can text into the studio if you would like. And that is driven by Liberty Buick GMC. Hey, Isaac, did you get any comments from the program director or anybody in the building today about I don't know. They may have thought it was a fiasco from last night of giving away those tickets to the Talktoberfest thing?
No notes.
No notes? Okay, good. But they didn't give us any to give away tonight, did they?
No tickets to give away tonight.
If you missed it last night, it was my first time giving away a prize on the News Talk station. I come from a top 40 background, and it doesn't work the same way, obviously. So I was actually doing it on the air, showing Isaac and Lonnie how to do a winner, how to present a winner on the air. If we wanted to do it top 40 style, and it sounded like chaos, but it really wasn't. I had it under control the whole time. I had it under control, not to worry. If you missed it, then go back and listen to the podcast. You can do that at WBT.com or TJRitchie.com. If you go to TJRitchie.com, like and subscribe to all of the stuff that I have there available, please, I would appreciate that. I really would. You can also hear the morning show, the syndicated morning show that I do every day with Riggins, my partner. It's called the TJ and Riggins Show. Oddly enough. And then my wife and I do a podcast that you can hear or watch. All the videos are available for all of that stuff too. So TJRitchie.com. Now, we haven't talked about the next mayor of New York in a while. He is a communist. He is an Islamist. He is a racist against white people and black people because he is anti-Christian. And he was on with Kristen Welker. You know, she's one of the crazy NBC, MSNBC reporters, anchors. And she asked him a question about one of his proposals that he has thrown out. You know, he calls himself a socialist, a Democrat socialist, but there's no such thing as a Democratic socialist. But he's far beyond that. He just won't say. He won't call himself a full-fledged communist, but that's what he is. So this is actually quite telling, and we can all learn something from this. Listen carefully. Go ahead.
We went on your website and realized there's a policy proposal that says your plan, and I'm going to quote it for folks, is to shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal.
That is just a description of what we see right now. It's not driven by race. It's more of an assessment of what neighborhoods are being undertaxed versus overtaxed. We've seen time and again that this is a property tax system that is inequitable. It's one that actually Eric Adams ran on, saying that he would change in the first 100 days. He's since sought to defend it and lost at every juncture in court.
And I understand you're saying we're simply describing the types of neighborhoods that would see these increase in taxes, and yet by invoking race, do you run the risk of potentially alienating key constituents?
I think I'm just naming things as they are. And ultimately, the thing that motivates me in this is to create a system of fairness. It is not to work backwards.
Oh, and she's very understanding as well, I'm sure. He's not talking about race as an issue. He's just describing what it looks like. It's not racial to say the white neighborhoods. No, it's not Democrats being racial or race. Get out of here. Everybody knows that's what the Republicans are about. They're the ones that are about dividing people by race and being racists and white supremacists and all that. The angelic Democrats would never. Oh my God. How dare you? How dare you suggest that? No, I'm merely giving a description of the literal neighborhoods of which I speak. All the houses are white. They're painted white. That's all I'm saying. When I say, wait, did you think you thought I meant like Caucasian people? No, not race. No, I mean, every single house is painted white in color. No, I would never. Please. Who do you think I am here? What do you think I'm a Republican? What? No. Identity politics is the only thing that Democrats have. That's it. Their entire movement over the past, since Lyndon Johnson has been about identity politics and lying about one race to another race while you're lying to another race about why you're attacking the one race. Race. Attack the white people to make the black people think you're on their side when you're not. You attack the white people to get the black people to vote for you so you have power over them forever. And this guy goes a different level of anti-black people, because not only does he want to control them, use them, lie to them, manipulate them like a regular Democrat would, he also despises them because they're not Muslims, because most black people are Christians. He hates all Christians. So it doesn't matter what color you are. If you're a Christian, he doesn't have anything for you. He would like to see you not be around, I'm sure, in his way. But you know how many idiots there are in New York City that are going to vote for this guy? That's what's sad. That people fall for this. You know how many Jewish people are going to vote for this guy in New York? A man whose number one enemy in his world are the Jewish people. Because, I mean, this is not just a Muslim. This is an Islamist. Wow. But again, benefit of the doubt, he was only using the word white to describe it, not to talk about race or to demonize a certain race. Never. All right, we're going to take a break now. Hang on. We got more coming up.
TJ Ritchie Show.
Have you seen these awesome glasses TJ's daughter Lainey found? They're called Aquila, and they're 10% off when you use code TJ at checkout at aquila.la and the deals page at tjritchie.com.
Identifying liberalism and mocking it relentlessly. This is the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
Oh, welcome back. Feel like I'm screaming, yelling. Look, I hate a thief. A thief is one of the worst, I would say, parasites in the world. I just hate a thief. And there's an article out today, it's new research that says Americans lost an estimated $15.7 billion to porch pirates just the last year alone. That's 241 million stolen packages. So if you're not familiar with the term porch pirate, that's when you get something delivered like Amazon or you shopping online or whatnot. I just use Amazon as a generic term. So you get an Amazon delivery and some lowlife comes up, some cockroach parasite comes up and takes the package from your porch and absconds with it. They steal it. And you can look on some social medias and they have videos that they've posted where people have booby trapped these packages on their porch. And the box is a glitter bomb or something like that. I don't think that is enough. I think that it would be so funny if you could put a fake package on your porch and wait for somebody to come take it. And when they take it, it's not just a glitter bomb. It is a concussion bomb that will rock them and spray human feces all over them. So it's like it's not fatal, but one of those explosive devices that SWAT teams use when they, are entering a house sometimes. They're going in, they'll throw one of those concussion bomb things, poof, but then it just blows disgusting human feces all over them. Usually when they get in the car. Or if somebody could booby trap their yard, where when they grab the package off the porch and take off running, things pop up out of the ground that might stab them in the leg or something. Not completely impale them or kill them, but just make it to where they never, ever want to steal something again. Isaac, would you watch those videos online if they put those on social media where you could booby trap a situation like that?
Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen the glitter bombs?
Yeah, I've seen the glitter bombs, but I'm just saying I want to add to that. I want to add poop in it. Or something that will put a scar on them that everybody can see for the rest of their lives and go, wow, how did you get that scar? Well, I was stealing a package off of somebody's porch and it blew up and it caused me to, bust my head on something, and now I've got this scar.
I'd watch them.
And I would laugh. God, I wish I could create stuff like that. Like Like they have these, I don't know whether they're real or not, but they have these videos online where they'll put a bicycle out in the, in a neighborhood and leave it, and then put cameras on it from a distance and wait for somebody to steal it. And then they take off riding it off on the bicycle, and then a rope that they don't know is attached to it will pull it back, throw them off the bike, or the seat will explode and knock them off the bike, or, cause them to have a, pain in their, private areas. That's funny to me. Don't be stealing stuff. And it doesn't matter if somebody left it out there completely unattached by a chain or anything else. If a bicycle's sitting there and it's not yours and you take it, you deserve pain to come to you in some form or another. Especially if it's humiliating. Have you seen those, Isaac, where the seat blows up on the bicycle when somebody's trying to steal it?
No, I've not seen those videos.
Do some juggling when you get home. You'll be up all night watching them. They're hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Have you ever seen the ones that whenever people put airbags under the seats?
Yeah. That's kind of like what I'm talking about. So something that just blows up and knocks them off the bike, and then they get up and they're holding their most intimate of areas because it's hurting. Yes. Like, you shouldn't be trying to steal something. But there has to be some kind of a defense mechanism and some kind of a lesson device, a lesson learning device you can put on your porch to keep people from stealing your packages. See, I didn't have to worry about that when I was living out in the country. Now I done moved closer to the city, even though I live in a suburb, and I wouldn't be living in the big dangerous city of Charlotte. I work in the big dangerous city, but I wouldn't be living up in there. But I still, I had some Amazon packages coming yesterday, and I kept watching out the window. I was waiting on somebody to try. I wish you would try to take my packages. Play that. I ordered something from Amazon today. You know what I ordered, Isaac? This is how conscientious I am about my volunteer job with WBT. You know what I ordered?
What'd you order?
I ordered a digital clock that I can sync with the studio clock while I'm broadcasting from home. So everything is exactly on time the way it's supposed to be, according to what's happening at the studio. I ordered that this afternoon, and it came just a few hours later. How do they do that? How do they do that? It's amazing. It is amazing. But anyway, it's got I made sure it's got the weather on it too, because it's a radio station clock. And because, all of those weather reports that I give during the show, I had to pay extra for that. So it came this afternoon right before I started the show. So I haven't had time for my wife to hang it on the wall and figure out how it works.
Put her to work on that this weekend.
Yeah, she's got some pictures to hang in my office/studio at home, so I'll get her to do all of that at one time. And she will. She's been she's been dealing with a lot of that kind of stuff today already. She's been the home alarm people and everything, because I got to have security. We just added a bunch of extra stuff to the home security system and all. She's been in there dealing with that. And she was cooking something earlier, and I'm the cook, and she was trying to cook one of my dishes that I do. So I'm going to have to sample that after work. So if you don't hear from me Monday, it didn't go well. Just remember that. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing next? What do you want to do next, Isaac?
Yeah, a little bit of this.
You want to do another serious political conversation, or do you want something silly?
Let's go serious again.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that then. You're the program director for the rest of the night.
Oh, okay.
All right. So hang on. We'll get into it next.
It's TJ Ritchie.
Hey, it's TJ, and the TJ Ritchie Show will be a multi-touch marketing option for all the cool businesses in town. I have no idea what that means. That was written by our business department, obviously, for me to read. If you're a cool business, I guess you know what it means. So go to tjritchie.com and find out more.
Late, live, and local. It's the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
This is something really cool. We were just sent a picture on the WBT text line, and it is the back of someone's truck. And it looks like this is a person who is a patriot. They have a flag sticker on the back window. Looks like a Marine Semper Fi sticker on the back window. And across the tailgate, it reads, "God loves you. Ain't nothing you can do about it." Now, that's what I say every night at the end of my show. The last thing I say every night is, God loves you and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Now, I wonder where this came from. I wonder if this is the person's truck. It's a South Carolina license plate. So I wonder if this is that person's truck, and they got that because I say that. If they got the thing put on the truck because I say it, or where, I'm not assuming that because I'm not that arrogant, but the only place that I've heard that, where I got it from, is from one of my oldest and best friends that I've ever had. His name is David Christie, and he is a Methodist pastor. And he always said that God loves you and ain't nothing you can do about it. So I asked him when I started this show if he minded if I use that. And of course he said, no, I don't mind. And that's where I got that. So I'd love to know, I mean, is that something that people have said? Because that's the only time I've ever heard it is from him. But it's really cool if that somebody's driving around with that on their truck. I think it's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And if you're still listening, let me know. Where'd the picture come from? Is it your truck? How long have you had that on the back of the truck? It's awesome. Okay. I've said many times that one of the biggest problems we have in this country is the liberal women. The group known as liberal women are a huge problem in our country. The harmony of our country. And there's a woman from Milford, Connecticut. Now, Connecticut is, like when you want to talk about liberal, Connecticut is liberal. My friend and business partner lives in Connecticut, and he was raised in Manhattan, and he's not a conservative by any means. His wife is a full-blown liberal, but he talks about how advanced Connecticut is in their, the average Connecticut citizen is in their liberalism. How not advanced as in, better, but radical, I would say. So this is one of them. This is a lady named Nadine Padowitz, and she is from Milford, Connecticut. She is a Democrat town committee member, and she's talking to, I guess they may have accidentally put one Republican or two Republicans on this committee that she's talking to. But it's just a complete meltdown. Listen,
100%. You idolize a bona fide sociopath. So what does that say about you? He is a thug who is destroying our democracy, and you lick his boots. You go to Mar-a-Lago and take pictures with him, and you haven't even figured out that you are his pawns. You know what happens to Nazi bootlickers? They get kicked in the teeth. That's right. Trump and his Nazi henchmen don't just hate immigrants, women, liberals, the LGBTQ community, books, big words that describe fascism, universities. No, the list is endless. They even hate Jews and Catholics. That's right. After they have taken all of us away, they will come for you too. My genes have survived the first Holocaust, and they will survive this one. My people survive because we are perceptive, cunning, and we are warriors. But you Board of Alder members have a choice tonight. You can choose to do the right thing and restore decency and democracy to Milford by confirming Tony Lombardi, or you can continue your war on women and go down in history as the homegrown Nazis of Milford, Connecticut.
Okay, wouldn't it just be awful to walk through life that wrong about everything? Everything that makes you have everything that makes you have the energy to get through life, what drives you, is so backwards. I mean, even and especially, I'm guessing she's Jewish, because she says that her people survived the Holocaust and they're gonna, they'll survive this and this and the other. That's one thing that I understand it, but it's mind blowing when a Jewish person or Jewish people are so anti-Trump, they have Trump derangement syndrome, and they're so liberal and so dedicated to the Democrat Party. It's so crazy to me. There has never been a more supportive president of your people, as you put it, than Donald Trump, or the clever name you call him, Tramp, Donald Tramp. Oh, it's so funny. If it were left up to the leftists in this country that you idolize and support, your people in their homeland would be destroyed. I just don't. Now, the reason that it's that way, and Christian conservatives will ask me all the time, how can Jewish people be liberals and support the Democrats when the Republicans are the ones that support Israel? It's because they're not religious Jews. Religious Jews are conservative for the most part that I've met and been around. It's secular Jews who put their politics as higher on their scale of life than their religion. They're Jewish by heritage, not by practice of faith so much. And this woman is just deranged. Especially to throw that out there. Like, my people survived the Holocaust and now they'll survive Trump. And there has never been a better friend of your people in the Oval Office, not even Ronald Reagan. There's never been a better friend to the Jewish people in the Oval Office than Donald Trump. And you must seek help, lady. You must seek it. But again, I don't want this lady and her behavior to make you think that all liberal women are completely driven by their irrational emotions. She's just an offshoot. She's just a one-off. The rest of them are cool. The rest of them are cool, level-headed, in control, sophisticated, civilized women. The rest of the leftist women. Don't let her spoil the whole bunch. Just because she happens to be suffering, in my opinion, from stages of psychosis. Psychopathy is her mark in life. All right. One segment left. Not just one segment because of the end of the show here. Not one segment left in the show. One segment left in the week. So it better be good. So I guess we'll find out coming up next.
The TJ Ritchie Show.
So I know you've heard me talk about Eric Javits hats that I've purchased in the past, but I'm telling you, they have the cutest bags. I just got the mini duffel in bronze, and I also want it in silver. It's regular $375, and I'm here to tell you it's final sale. It is on sale, and with code TJ, it's way under $100. You're not going to be disappointed. Go to tjritchie.com/deals, code TJ for 21% off, and shop it up because that code will get you some good deals.
He's radio royalty in the Carolinas and Queen Charlotte's sweetest prince. It's TJ Ritchie on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
All right. I can't believe I almost forgot this. I mean, just seconds ago, I remembered. We do sometimes, we call it Cleanup Friday or the Friday Cleanup, where we go back and find the things that I didn't get time to cover during the regular week and put it on Friday. Well, this is one of them. This is something that I thought was very, very interesting. I always say that one of the biggest fears of the Democrat Party is for black people to find out the truth. That large numbers of black people find out and start to realize that Democrats are just using them and always have been using them, and they don't really have their best interest at heart. They just want their votes, and that they take them for granted. That is one of the biggest fears of the Democrat Party. And it is also something that I wish for more and more every day. It's one of my greatest wishes, is that more black people would find out the truth about the Democrat Party. But there is a church. I just saw the clip of this, and I took the name off of the podium that was kind of cut off in the picture, and it didn't have full information. So I had to do a little bit of research. And this is a video from World Overcomers Church, which the best I can see is it's kind of like it's like a mega church kind of thing, but it's a mainly black congregation of like a non-denominational looking type of church, the same setup and all. And it's originally in Durham, North Carolina, I believe, and then there's one in Memphis. They're branching out. Well, this is from their church, and I think that this guy's name is Bishop Alton R. Williams, and he has made the discovery. He has come to the conclusion that is the biggest fear for the Democrat Party bosses. So it's a long clip, but it's so interesting. We'll go ahead and just do the whole thing here. Listen.
The Democratic Party, I'm going to say it tonight so that you won't be confused, is the anti-Christ party. It is anti-family. And I'm going to say this, you're not going to believe it, but it is anti-black folk. You are only needed for votes. you are only loved when it's time to get your votes. There's no real care about you. And see, we still stuck, and we got that thing ingrained in us that this is the party for the black man. It is not. The party has changed. Black people, really, to be honest with you, have never been the priority. They have only been used. Go back and look at the Civil Rights Act of 1964. We've all given Democrats credit for that, but Johnson was the one that wanted to pass it, but he couldn't get enough Democrat votes to pass it. It was the Republicans that pushed and passed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Go tonight and look it up. Look at Wiki, W-I-K-I, put it in there, 1960. He couldn't even get enough Democrats to vote for it. So he had to go to Republican senators in order to help him out. They are anti-life. The party pushes stuff that's anti-life. It pushes anti-morality because most of their policies are immoral. That pushes sexual perversion. It is the party of death. Why do you say that, Pastor? If you go back, you'll see slavery started with the Democratic Party. And we saw many slaves that died. We also saw under Jim Crow. Jim Crow was established by Democrats. And we saw under Jim Crow how many were hung and lynched. And then we are seeing today how many babies, African American people are giving up their future because they won't have, in another 15, 20 years, they won't have enough people because they have cut their birth rates off and have aborted their children. This is exactly what the party wants. So it is a party of death when it comes down to it. It is a party that is against black families. Look at the history of the family. From slavery, which were Democrat plantation owners, in slavery, they separated our families. They would not even acknowledge the marriages of black families. They would even take a black man over here who called himself being married to a woman, but if he was a big, strong guy, they took him and made him mate with another woman. That's one of the reasons our marriages and our families have not been strong, because the spirit of that has passed down generationally. We have not always had strong family structures like we should have. Now, we did good up in the early 1900s, 1920, 30. Our families were pretty good and pretty strong during that time. But what happened was they bought the war on poverty. This was Democrat. Bought the war on poverty. You know what they did? They gave money to fix a problem. So they had programs, they gave welfare, but they took one key out that they understood was the key to the family. They took the man out of the home. Ladies, we'll give you the money, but you can't have a man in your house. That means the children now were robbed of them having a father. And so that kept, once again, another policy that has hurt our families. And then even today, Black Lives Matter, which was also supported by the Democratic Party, they had in their particular policies that they were against the nuclear family that had the father at the head. They did not believe in patriarchy. And so we look down through the years and we've seen the party destroy our families. And people don't see it because they don't understand truth. This is why policy is so important, because it should be about America first. That's like all of you in your homes, your home, your children, and what you're responsible for has got to be first before you go and try to help everybody else. So we need to take, in order to be a blessing to other citizens from other nations, we got to take care of America first.
Now, I agree with everything that he said. The only thing that I do disagree with him is that President Johnson, Lyndon Johnson, was a terrible, awful, disgusting racist, and he was instrumental in the breakdown and the breaking up of the black family. But other than that, you see, we old fart conservatives have been saying this stuff for years and years. And the young generation, the Charlie Kirk, he said this constantly. And he was called a white supremacist and all, just like the rest of us have been called. Rush Limbaugh was always called a racist because he would point these things out. Just conservatives down the line have always known this because it's history. But you got people like these race hustlers from who use their church as indoctrination centers for the left that would call him a puppet and all kinds of other names for being a turncoat, so to speak. But again, the reason why that they would do stuff like that is because the worst thing that can happen to the Democrat Party of today is for black people in the masses to find out the truth about them and to understand what their goals are and understand that they have been used for decades and decades. And that's why Charlie Kirk was called a racist white supremacist, because he was telling the truth. That's why when I come on here every night and I do so much to try to get that message across, because I do genuinely want black people to break free from this hold that these disgusting Democrat Party bosses have over them. They can't stand it. They cannot stand it. The Democrat Party is the party of racism, the party of slavery, the party of segregation, the party of Jim Crow, the party of all of that. And they cannot let that message get out. So they'll do anything, they will say anything to discredit anybody who says the truth, especially a person of color, so to speak, who says that. They will really come down on them. All right, so that's it for tonight. That's it for this week. Mark Levin is up next. God loves you and ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to you Monday.
It's TJ Ritchie.
Have you seen these awesome glasses TJ's daughter Lainey found? They're called Aquila, and they're 10% off when you use code TJ at checkout at aquila.la and the deals page at tjritchie.com.
Hey, it's TJ, and everybody in the country is talking about my new political talk show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT, and they want more. How can I get more? Well, you can get the podcast every episode on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just get signed up for it there. It's easy. Just go to tjritchie.com, and that will get you there.